Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of It Pricked. It's a Rose by yours truly, none other than Doris Wanyagia. The last time I talked about this, I was still learning. I'm still learning. It's not that I've gotten there, but I would have loved to have had this episode with another very brilliant young girl, but because of like some one two inconveniences I was not able to do so. But don't worry, I decided to tackle this topic first of all by myself, then I'll still like make a point of inviting her over to this set, and we can also like dive deeper into the topic. But for today, I want us to talk about money matters and financial freedom as a young person. So money matters and financial freedom. I don't know like how you call financial freedom, but for me, financial freedom is the ability to have like a savings account that makes sense, to be able to afford the things that I want, and to be able to reciprocate by investing in myself. Like that is financial freedom for me. Freedom for me is when I get to a place whereby I feel I can do everything that I want without feeling that I can't do abcz because of like one two reasons that involve money. And like, most of us are probably just in the middle, like 1 2 years into our working years, or if it's going a lot, I don't think most of us are over 7 years. And money is such a sensitive issue. I don't even think a lot of people like come out to actually talk about it. At least now people are trying. You see one two people on Instagram talking about it, but not everybody comes out to say that, if you do this or if you don't do this, this won't go well. And I think, some information we're not taught in school, and if your parents never talk about it, you'll never have anybody to talk to you about the same information. Like, unless you go in search of it, information that revolves around money, it's such complicated information, because my definition of financial freedom might be very different from yours. Yet at the end of the day, all of us have a goal to make it and to be rich. Like that is the common pool for everyone, that we all agree that that is the end goal. But the like the structure of ensuring that you have cash, like people there's some people who believe that when they get their cash, they should like go out and eat well and just eat in restaurants, and that's it, like their money comes to an end. But and if your money cannot solve the problems that you have, then I didn't need that money. You see, like exactly that. That if your money cannot solve the problems that you have, it's that money. There are people with that belief, and those kind of people like end up using their cash just to eat it. Like, you probably receive 20 G's, and you think about these 20 G's, you just tell yourself, you know what I wanted to buy is 40,000 and I only have 20. Sasa nitatoa wapi 20 ingine? So instead they say, what, hii 20 abana, mimi sitateseka, wacha niende ni kule, and that is like the end of that 20. But there are different people who be like, this 20, let me do this with it, then I hope like it gives birth to more money, and the 20 can turn into 40. So like those are two very different people, and we can't blame them. These conversations are engraved in our minds, but we have the ability to remove them. But you have to be willing to work extra and to do extra for that to occur, because unless you go searching out for information about money, you won't get it. So me, I'll just share one or two nuggets that I have garnered over the over 1 2 years. Yeah, I'll just share that, and I hope like it becomes of like benefit to you, and you can probably borrow one or two tips from me. I'm not saying I'm a professional, because I'm not. I'm just saying that I'm a girl winging life a day at a time and trying to do best what I can. And yeah, So, my achieving of financial freedom, I would not call it that I am yet where I want to be, but I am on my way. Let me share a story. Like earlier this year, probably not even earlier, but this year, there was a time like I got really sick, really sick, and it was night. It was at night, and I didn't have like the hospitals near me were not like registered in on my NHIF. So the random hospital I went to, they wanted cash, and like I was later thinking about that situation and telling myself, what if I didn't have like cash on me that time, and my parents are very far? It's at night, you can't call anybody. Like, okay, you can call someone, but like you'll make them panic more than like it would be. So like I was able to solve that situation, but I was thinking back and thinking that, you know what, like just God bless the works that we do, give us plenty of money so that we have money in our hand, and that we always have money in plenty, that we never lack. Because I don't know, like it's like money drives everything that you do, whether you like it or not, whether you're for money or against money, you must make money to survive. And when you get into the culture of saving, like I don't know, like you decide that, you see, I usually received 10,000. You say that for every 10,000 I receive, 2,000 must like compulsory, it's not bargainable, must be kept aside. And out of now these others, they must push me through this time, but the 2,000 cannot be touched. I think that is one of the strategies, like to have a separate like a cash that is never touched. And I am one of those people. I've not, like as I said, I'm not a professional, so I'm yet to realize the difference between an emergency fund and a saving fund. Like, are they the same? Are they different? Are they the same? Are they different? Like, should you have two, or just one can act for both of them? I'm not yet certain about that. But one thing I know for sure is that I decide that this must be kept aside, and I keep it. And I don't like all the same. I am one of those people who believe that when you work hard, please tell your body sorry. When you work hard, do not forget your body. And by your body, I mean like, there's no need for you to be earning 100K and you don't dress nicely. You say you can't afford nice shoes. You say you can't afford nice clothes. I mean, what is that money supposed to do for you if it's not doing simple things such as like ensuring that you can dress well, you can eat well, and you can live in a nice house? I'm also, disclaimer, I'm also not saying that like leave a bag. You know, my dad usually like sits me down a lot of the times, and he's like, you can't like overlive life. And by that he's usually talking about houses, like that you can't be living in a house where you're paying 50,000 for rent, yet you're earning 60,000. Like, do your math. Seriously, does that even make sense? So I'm not saying that you should like live like that, but I'm also saying that don't live in a very bad house yet you have the capability to be living in a nice place. Don't dress badly yet you have the money and the capability to be dressing nicely. Like, don't eat badly that you only eat moturai every day. I'm not saying moturai is bad, but there's no way you could like eat motura Monday, Sunday, every other time, and you're here and you earn well. Settle mix lokula nyama choma. I mean like that balance, and there's like a balance of living life and like suffering. Don't suffer, but don't live beyond your means. The other day, actually last weekend, I went to my grandfather's place, and we were talking, we were having a very nice long talk, and then he randomly said, and are they paying you well? Are they paying you well? Nah, you know, You're not supposed to eat all your money in restaurants. You're paid, and the next minute you're only sleeping in restaurants and eating food. Go to the market and buy good food that will build your body, and eat that good food. Si ati kila wakati kwa restaurant ukilipwa mpaka imeisha. I did not take offense, and like I did not feel bad, because I understood from like what aspect of life he is coming from. He's been around for quite a while. He's seen these things. He's seen men of his age who are now like not in a better place, because you know what, they decided that, hey, sisi bana wacha tu kufa kula inasemangwaje, kufa kwaja inaishangwaje, ponda raha kufa kwaja. Okay, yo I understood. I was not even offended. I was like, yeah, like I get. And then like there arises the question of, how do you stay out of debt? The other day I was having a conversation, and we were talking about the way, you see, like if you work in a place where they always pay late, you're probably likely to be in a debt, because for every other time that you paid late, your bills are overdue, and you decide that, let me use this, and this that you're using, you decide to go into debt to solve that issue, not remembering that when that comes, the debt is now like probably with some amount more on top. So it is now no longer the X amount it was, it is X amount plus 2 or X amount plus 4. I think like some things like staying out of debt, you can decide like not to buy things in like a bulk. Like you don't have to get something if you don't have the cash at that time. You can just wait a little bit, but all the same, knowing when and where like to put your money, like you can't decide that you can't sleep hungry and say that, hey, I'll stay out of debt because and stay hungry. Like you just prioritize your activities so that it is easier for you as a person to plan your money and to know when and where to place your money. And yeah, because like I think having debts can be very like tiring to the mind. It is very torturing. Like although I've realized like people, you're the only one who takes offense when you owe someone something and you do not return. People these days, hey, I was seeing another clip by Daktari where he was saying that ati ukitaka kukosana na beshte yako, we mkopeshe pesa, mtakosana tu saa hiyo. Like it was a clip from Daktari, but like I totally get it, because like these days people who are not even like that close to you, they like tend to think that you, I don't know, like I don't know how to say this, but there are those people who will like ask you for something and tell you even the specific date they return, and that is how they'll ghost you until the next time. Like I don't think that's fair. And I was on another point before, like I diverted that. So I was saying like the cons of debts is that they can weigh you down. You don't want to see people, you feel bad, you owe someone. Every other amount of money that you receive from that time onwards will always be a debt, for like will always be short of something, because you're supposed to repay somewhere, someone, something. Yeah. And I don't know, like just finances, as much as unpopular opinion, let me like issue an unpopular opinion. When you're paid well, or when you're earning good money, you won't have all these problems of like financial freedom. You'll actually be able to afford something anytime, anywhere. So I pray that all of us may experience good pay. I pray that all of us might always have places where, and clients who give us good money, give what you value demands of. Because I promise you that when you're paid well, when you earn good money, when your business makes you good money, financial freedom wouldn't be a topic, wouldn't be an issue, because I mean, you'll be able to slot money for savings, slot money for going to restaurants, slot money for doing anything that you wish, but only if like you get good money. So it is good to plan with the little that you have, because again, my dad always says that whatever you have, you must know how to plan for it, no matter how big or how small it is. Yes, it is essential to learn how to plan for whatever you have, but all the same, like, I pray that all of us might have plenty of it, so that even planning would be a problem. As I always say, money looks good on a black man or black woman, and may the queens and kings get plenty of it. And for this episode, I'd like to wrap it up there. Those are just the tips I use to survive, to wing around life. For my finances, I hope one or two of them came through for you. This has been Doris Wanyagia of It Pricked. It's a Roast the podcast. Until next episode, bye bye. Cheers.